Alright guys, so I made 4K on the day, yet I started losing twice. So let me show you how to bounce back from 2 losses and then end up winning huge, as you guys can see over here. I'm going to talk about the losses here on TradeZilla, and then after this, I'll talk to you about the win and do the full breakdown, right? So initially the losses, again, I had a bullish bias. I'll explain everything once we're done over here. But I had a bullish bias for the day. As you can see over here, I was looking for longs at this area after this slight inversion had happened on ES and it had pushed above here. We had a slight market structure change to the upside. So yeah, I basically just took longs at this area. They didn't play out. News kind of wicked us lower. I had my stop loss at the order block, got filled over here. So a bit bigger loss than what I wanted, but you know what? It happens, right? Now, just to go back to the other trade, the first loss, it was not this one over here. It was over here. We go to 680. And this was just, again, trying to get back in the move. Try to get in here, went lower. Wicked me out accidentally because I placed my stop poorly. So it should have been one loss. But then let's talk about the win, right? Just want to show you guys the entry and the exit. And we'll get to the full trade breakdown over here. As you can see around here, got some annotations, but again, it was a 7-to-1 risk reward ratio, so it was a massive trade. Again, I made 6K because I risked under $1,000 because I had already taken more than one loss, right? I had lost like 1,500 on the day. I don't like losing more than 2,500 on the day on these accounts, hence why I decided to go lower risk. Should have been a lot of bigger trade, but it is what it is. Exit over here. So let's go straight into the charts, right? So again, my entry, it ended up being just right around here. I'll show it here. But it was in the 3-minute after we closed above this inversion. We were pushing higher. I'll show it on the 1 minute real quick. But yeah, it was after we closed just right above here. It was just right at this time, and I had my stop loss just at these lows of this order block, right? And then I was targeting the highs that were right around this area. Never mind, my entry was a lot lower. It was around here. Yeah, there we go. So to summarize it, right, first I'm going to head into the 4-hour and explain exactly what kind of was going on in the 4-hour, what I was seeing. I was seeing that yes, we had rejected a lot at this area, but I saw that we were holding at this gap over here, and we did have SMT with ES at these lows because ES did sweep this low at 10 a.m. and Q didn't. So that's the first thing, right? This 4-hour gap, and clearly the trend is bullish. You guys know I like to trade with a higher time frame trend, catch those moves there. So then again, we tap into here and we see that also on the 1 hour we have this fair value gap, which was also kind of rejecting. And as we can see, this is sort of where we want to be taking our entries after the move starts developing, right? We hop onto the 15, and what I'm seeing is, hey, we're coming lower, we accumulated, right? So we have an accumulation around this area, we have a manipulation down, which again, ES took this low and Q didn't, so we have SMT right here. Let me just mark it out. We had some SMT on this side. And then what I was seeing is, hey, this 50-minute candle rejected strongly at 9:30 a.m., which tells me we're ready to invert at this point. We're targeting these highs and whatnot. I was mainly looking to take my full TPs just right around these highs because I like to take my targets on the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, we had this high right here, just right above this high. So this was my full TP. Again, this high right here. And then I was seeing, hey, on the 15-minute, we're cool. Then on the 5-minute, I like to wait for my 5-minute confirmations. On the 5-minute, we broke higher. We had this gap over here, which we inverted after. But I was seeing, hey, we wicked through 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. And then, that kind of shows we're going to close above. We had news at 10 a.m. So again, got stopped out on the first entry at 10 a.m. But we had this order block here on the 5, which kind of shows me like, hey, we're actually willing to, go higher after we change structure to we're starting to form a bullish structure. And then what I saw on the 3-minute is I saw that we had this previous zone, right? We had like this move down and we started to break above here. We took this high, so this for me was enough of a structure change, right? This point right here getting taken or getting matched, that was for me like, okay, we're bullish now. We go lower. We rejected this area with the news. So after seeing this massive news rejection that, hey, news was fully bearish and then we're willing to go higher, that's what I like to see. So then I hopped onto the 1 minute, right? And again, I only use the 1 minute to take the not perfect, but the most accurate entry that I can, just because it shows me like kind of where we're at. And then I also use this off stream, but on my other monitor, but I use my Fibonacci here just to see how far we can go. Again, 10 a.m. candle. We see here, this is a manipulation at 10 a.m., right? Open, low, high, close, whatever. And then my standard deviation, my TP was just above the 3.5 standard deviation, which is great. Again, we see at a 2.5, we start consolidating, and then we go higher. So this made complete sense to me as for the targets. And again, open, low, right? 10 a.m. was, I expected a bullish candle at 10 a.m. since I wanted to see price target those highs. So then it opened bearish. That was more than good enough for me. We started going higher. And then something else that I actually did notice was on the 1 minute, when it came lower, it rejected, then we had this wick fill to the upside. And usually, guys, when you're going to trade, when you're trading with the trend, and you see like an aggressive move to the upside, then quickly comes back, you can expect a wick fill and continuation as long as the trend is matching, right? So just something to look out for. And that was essentially how I made $4,500 per account on the day. So that was a 20K day across the 5 accounts that I traded with TPT. Amazing day. And again, guys, if you like this, like, subscribe, because I'll be posting these every single day. Ayo.